Dave here. I'm with Randy Heckman. Randy, what does prayer mean to you?
You know, prayer's getting sweeter by the day. And again, I've got a long way to go in prayer. But I've been challenged recently by a guy, his name's Matt Bennett, who's in New York City. But he's in charge of a ministry, the Christian Union, I think it's called. And he is working with Ivy League schools, including Princeton and Harvard. And he finds that the more he prays, the more successful his ministry is. And he prays 2 to 3 hours every day.
Oh, wow.
And so to me, that's just, you know, but I'm trying to up my ante in prayer, and there's a sweetness that comes. So to me, prayer is much more than gimme, help me, gimme, help me, gimme, help me, which it has been for all too long. But it's being with God. It's in His presence. It says in Psalm 16, in your presence is fullness of joy. And I experienced that. And again, I'm a beginner. Don't let anyone suggest that I'm anything other than a beginner in this. But the Father longs for us to be with Him, and that He whispers to us. You know, He knows everything. I often think of that thing that happened with the disciples, where Jesus shows up on the shore and He's speaking to people, and there's some boats there. He says, "Hey, let's get back in the boats, dudes, and let's go out in the deep water and put your nets down." And Peter says, "Hey, I'm the fisherman. We were out all night, caught nothing. There ain't any out there." "Okay, you're the master. Let's go." So they go out there, drop the nets in, and the boats are starting to sink because of the number of fish. And people calculate in light of size of boats, and so probably thousands of fish. And Peter gets down on his knees. He says, "Get away from me. I'm a sinner." And Jesus didn't say, "No, you're not a sinner." He just said, "Okay, that's all right. I'm going to make you fishers of men." See, Jesus, the carpenter, knows where the fish are. Jesus knows there was a fish later that had this 5 drachma coin in its mouth. Jesus knows that there's going to be a little donkey for him to ride into town. He knows where there's an upper room that's already prepared. He knows everything. So why don't we spend time with Him and hear His heart? So to me, prayer is being with Him and hearing Him and sharing life with Him. He wants that, and we need to want it more.